it wasn't even recording. It's a very interesting day. Just how the energy is working and how it's moving. I'm not upset. It's all good. Hello, everyone. This is Devi Yakini Heri. It is also Pershara and Urania from the Garden of the Sun. Sorry, I had to put my makeup on in front of you all. Let's go down here to, this is what I'm working on. I want to share about the 7-point star in this 7 energy year for myself personally. And do I have 7 points on here? It's showing this right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I sure do. Look at that. What a coincidence. That's my only tattoo. 7 points. You can look at this as the man with his wings. You can look at this as above and below, like, yeah, above, below, and then you see the arms. This would be the head. This would be the legs, the feet. This would be the arms, and this would be the wings. There's a sort of balance in 7 that is very spiritual because it connects us closer to divine self. You have united and integrated the 7 aspects of yourself, and now you're in the 7-point star. You graduated from 6 to 7 now, and you have your wings and you can fly. That is how you can look at this 7-point star. And you know what the pentagram is talking about. The 7 personal planets, which would be the sun, the moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. These are the personal people in your life. So I'm working on this 7-point star, which is so significant for me. It also has so much to do with peace, because you're not fighting with yourself anymore. You're not fighting with your parents. You've reached a place of forgiveness and awareness through that forgiveness of what everything was for. And then you gain your wings so that you can fly inside of the awareness of all your teachings and your knowledge. So it does have it has a sense of wholeness in this 7-point star. You've done a lot of integration work, aligning the 7 chakras in your body, and now they are open, and you've reached a sense of peace where you can go forward. Now you will be moving into the year of 8, which I've made the 8-point star plenty. But right now, we've been dealing with a lot of sacred geometry. I understood what the 5-point star is, the upright man. When the 5-point star is reversed, the man is falling into the abyss. He's not walking upright. He's not following the commandments. And basically, he's dying. He's destroying himself. 6-point star, the Magen David, the Star of David. It's 2 triangles, one going up, one going down, and it creates an aspect of blessings all around, being that the triangle represents easy flowing energy, right? So now we reach the 7. And you are aware of the as above, so below, as within, so without aspect of life as well. And then also the 4 corners, right? You're aware of your north, south, east, west. You've brought a balance with all of these aspects of self: north, south, east, west, even you can say earth, air, water, fire. And you've connected yourself with your awareness that's above you and below you. And as within, so without. So now you have your wings. So this would be the man with wings, ready to fly. And I'm just creating it in a very creative way, because that's what I do. I create. So this is the 7-point star. You see this star associated with a lot of things in nature. It's also said to be associated with magic on a certain level, and known to be the Wicca star. And there's a lot more you can find out, but you see how the stars are not insignificant. It's pointing to a divine awareness of self, right? And this is what my art has been allowing me to do as well, through creating these kind of beautiful, amazing things. I believe that I heard that the 7-point star is also a good basis for making baskets, which I've already made baskets. And I'll just show you one right now since it's nearby. I don't remember if I used 7 points or not to start this basket, but this basket is sturdy. It has some weight to it, and I had so much fun weaving these baskets that it is amazing. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the 7-point star, but first I played around and figured out how to draw it. You can draw it without lifting up your hand at all. And then I beaded it. I did started with this one. This literally, if you can look inside, you see the 7-point star, which then built up to be a septagram. You see, it has the 7 sides on it. Also here, it would have 7 sides if I took the beads like I did in this one and bead it straight across all around each one. If I just bead straight across each one of these, I would have the septagram. So I'm really enjoying doing this art, because as I have mentioned many times before, it really aligns me with the truth of who I am. I learn so much lessons from spirit as I work on creating things that I am intuitively guided to do. And I have so much more to do, and I'm just so excited about it all. So here is our 7-point star. Here is our septagram. Here is our septagram. Here it is. Here it is. So really, I think well, I'll just share a little bit. I did a week of silence, and I wanted to learn how to conserve my energy and just reflect deeper. Mars went retrograde in my own sign where it was when I was born, in Gemini. So it caused me to reflect even on all the things that I had just been saying right before it went retrograde. And I just went deeper into my self-awareness through the awareness of conservation, the awareness of faith, the awareness of courage, the awareness of the fact that everything that I desire is already within. I don't need to go searching outside of myself to find what I need. It's already within. And so much more. I was able to realign myself through that silent fast. I didn't check Facebook posts, and I talked only minimally because I still live inside of, society where people are. So, we have been doing the modern day initiation based on this modern kind of reality that we live in. If we were somewhere else, maybe the whole camp of initiates would know we're doing a silent fast, or she's doing a silent fast, so she doesn't need to talk to anyone, and then they will support you in that way and like this. But I had to speak a little bit, but I conserved so much energy and brought so much more back to myself in terms of my awareness and my divine knowledge of self and peace, how to be the peace. And I was able to start on this 7-point star during that time, do a lot of my yoga. In the Kemetic school, we call it Ka'atibi. So I was doing yoga and meditations, which is like the stillness that is the dance, and the dance that is the stillness. And just really allow myself to get into the routine of self-care that I need for myself personally. We're all on a different path, but I'm a being of nurturing. And I'm here to nurture many, many people, so I have to know how to nurture myself first. So there's a lot that I need to take care of myself, body, mind, and spirit. And so in the last week, I was able to really get into that awareness on a deep level. I took a lot of nature walks, which I love to do anyway, but I was so much more conscious and studying the flowers, the patterns in the flowers, and I saw so many flowers that have the 7 points in it, 3 points, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then many, 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 right? I just enjoyed the flowers. I smelled them. I took pictures with them and took pictures of them. And I'm just amazed at the concept of as above, so below, and how we have the stars in the sky, in the heavens that represent something to us. But we also have these things down below, and it's in us. We literally cannot separate ourselves from nature. And sacred geometry is the very makeup of nature. We start with 0, which we can't consider it to be nothingness, but it was more so that wholeness, that togetherness, right, that happened before the 1 came. And you can say that, but you can't, because 0 is 1 and 1 is 0 at the same time. But we have to be able to count 0, because that is considered like the emptiness or the beginning, where it all comes from, where it starts, the unanimous oneness of it all. And then the first thought went forth. And our astrology charts would be the first house, which is ruled by Mars, which is like a straight energy that goes forward. And then we have the 2, which is the second house, which would also kind of be like the Venus energy. Then we have the 3, which will be the Gemini, the Mercury energy. And then we have the 4, which will be the Cancer. And then the 5, which would be the Leo. And then we have the 6, which would be the Virgo. And then okay, let's go back. The 5 would be the Sun. The 4 would be the Moon. The 6 would be Mercury. And then the 7, am I saying it right? We have Mars, the first house. We have Venus, the second house. Mercury, the third house. Cancer, the 4th house. Leo, the 5th house. Virgo, the 6th house. And then Libra, the 7th house. So we can look at it like that too, but it's more because we said it reflects the 7 personal planets, which are Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. And they represent the people in our life and how they influence us, how they affect us. And then those same people and those same energies correspond with the 7 chakras that are inside the body. There are so many more chakras, but we're talking about the 7, right? So there's such an alignment inside of this energy, and my art just reflects nature. It reflects love. It reflects what's already in the heart. So I'm gonna stop here, and this is going to be the first video in a certain kind of series around the work that I do with the bead weaving, okay? And how it's combined with the astrology and the awareness of the angles and the numbers and the stars and the planets and the flowers and the people and this whole togetherness of life. So we're going to be able to get a lot more into that. Today is Saturday, which is considered to be the 7th day, holy day for some, based on certain cultures like the Hebrew culture that I grew up in. And really on this day, we would rest. We wouldn't do any work. We would pray all day and we would fast. We wouldn't use any electricity. We wouldn't cook. We wouldn't turn on lights or anything until sundown. I feel like it's already sundown here. Yeah, definitely it's sundown already, but I'm just saying that that's how Saturday goes, and so it's more of a slower moving day, and we can rest more if we need to. It's ruled by Saturn, the Lord of time, the Lord of elders, the Lord of restrictions and government and like that. That's why it's a good practice to keep the Sabbath in the way that the Hebrews do. I can't reject it. There's so much order in all of these things, and because Saturn reminds us of the limitations, we fast and we pray on that day every week as Hebrews. Every week we get to fast and reflect and pray and be inside this kind of limited energy to reflect on that natural order of things. So that is what I have to say around this for today. See, I'm still in a lot of deep healing because I have changed my mind. I've changed my way of seeing things, about thinking about life and viewing things. And inside of that, a lot of healing is happening. Like usually when I would get pimples or something, they will go away fast. I had a pimple here. It took so long to come out and then release, and my skin started changing and all this process. My eyes got swollen recently because I've been really healing and stopping doing a lot of stuff that's just not good for me. So there's still this little kind of pimple on my eye. This one swelled up first, then this one, but I'm healing, so a lot is coming through different places, my pores and like that. And yes, I have pimples pop out on my parts of my body, like my legs and thighs, doing these healing baths, and it's been really, really, really great. And I'm so happy for peace and to become so much more of the concept of patience and how to be patient, how to be friends with suffering, how to accept what is, forgiveness. All of these lovely things is a part of the energy of this year that I'm in, and so much more that I will share with you all later. So much love, peace, wholeness, self-integration. Become whole with all aspects of yourself. Say, I am my divine self. I get out of the way so that I can rise. And everything just continues to move forward in a beautiful way, okay? Wholeness, shalom, iriheru.